Alright, hello and welcome back to Secret of the Stars. Since last time, I spent many hours grinding, as I said I was going to do. Got the latest party member up to level 30. Got his best attack spell upgraded to its maximum level 3, so that could be useful against some of the tougher bosses tougher enemies and some of the bosses. In the meantime, well, also ended up getting a ton of money too, so yeah. Yep, I need 5 of them. 1 for everybody. Oh, goody. Well, at least you're only buying 5, not 99 of them. So otherwise, this would be another case of like the NES original or the first Final Fantasy game, trying to buy potions. You want to buy 99 of them? You're going to have a lot of this to do. Going through the same dialogue repeatedly for each individual potion. Yeah. That's only 3. Okay. Wow. Only 3. 4. 5. All right. Okay. Temporarily put these on. Actually, you know what? Wait until we get there. Just in case I get some random battles along the way, which I probably... Actually, you know what? No, we won't. Random battles be gone. Well. Okay. Oh, that was the wrong way. Yay! Go the wrong way. Why not? Good thing we don't have to wear these for too long. Yeah. I got one too many. Huh? How did I manage that one? I did too. Okay, how did... I can count to 5, I swear. Apparently not, but... Yeah. Actually, that's a little bit of an upgrade. Oh, fine. There. Okay. Yep. What are you going to do about it? Yeah. Well, you're not the only one that wants to see her gone, so yeah. Okay, I think that's the last. I think that's party member 10 and 11 for that group. I think. Oh, yeah? Alright, well, before I go into any areas I might have enemy bosses, or enemies or bosses, whatever. Now that the charade is up, don't have to pretend anymore. Like I said, spoiler alert potential, but yeah. Too bad that was never the case in Breath of the Wild. Every time you wanted to go into Gerudo Town. Actually, that's... Okay. Oh. Alright. Wait a minute, did one of them... Yeah, okay. There. Alright. Okay, what? This doesn't look like a castle to me. Looks more like a village. I must have went the wrong way somehow. Okay, she said it was... No, I don't think I want to go upstairs. From what she was saying, want to go underground. Downstairs. Yeah, there we go. Secret path, huh? See, do I want to get that item? That's... $15 points, holy crap. Let's not do that yet. Save that MP for the boss when we get that far. If we get that far. $336. Okay. Alright. No, not. Yeah, that. Keep random battles away for as long as I can. Oh, can't go that way? Okay. Granted, that looks rather green, but still, again, Can't go in water. Lava, fine. Water, no, that stuff is deadly. That stuff will kill you. More old game backwards ass logic. Okay, well, fine, since it ain't too far out of the way after all. See what's in here. Swimsuit. Let me guess, this drains that pool out there. Gets rid of all that nasty water. Yeah, or at least puts it down there. So I guess it's a good, if I cared, that is, I guess it's a good thing I got that armor out of that chest before I did that, because now I wouldn't be able to. All that nasty water's in there now. I can't go in there. I might get wet. I know. I harp on that all the time. Just so frickin' hilarious and yet annoying at the same time. Lava's fine. You can walk on that. But water? You keep that stuff away from me. I might melt like Margaret Hamilton in The Wizard of Oz. Really? Roper? What is this? Three's Company? Where's Jack? Yippee. Cleric. No, just a palette swap of the other one of the other enemies we fought earlier. Games like to do that. Not just RPGs, even Zelda games have, like, not even just the older games, even the newer ones like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Red bokoblins, blue, black, which is more brown, but silver. And if you're playing the DLC content, eventually gold ones. Yeah. Same graphics, just slightly recolored. I mean, I guess it saves on production costs and animating extra enemies. Just reuse the same sprite, slightly recolor it, and there you go. There's another new enemy. Rinse and repeat that a few times, and you'll... Yeah. Less work for the animators, I guess, but yeah. Okay, is there a save point anywhere near here? Granted, I'm still doing all right, but under normal level circumstances, you probably would have used a lot more magic fighting off those enemies along the way here. You'd probably closer to 0 MP left, or at least closer to it by now. And yeah. Or does this? Nope, this doesn't even register as a return spot. So we can't just return spell here. Nice. Well, hopefully this is a short castle, so to speak. Short trip from here to the boss room. Well, I can rule that out. I suddenly slightly remember this place, and yeah, this is not necessarily going to be a short trip. Of course, when I said I remember this place slightly, I did mean that last word, slightly. I remember how potentially confusing this place could be. Like case in point, do I go through that obvious door there on the upper left? Or go through this one here? I don't remember. Hey, give me a break. It's been how many years since I played this game this far in? I mean, Achu. Oh, never mind. I was going to say flower enemies now, but yeah, they were even in Final Fantasy 1. First floor. Yep. If I wasn't worried about saving MP, I'd spam the repel spell. Too bad there's no, at least not that I'm aware of, any item equivalent like Holy Water and Dragon Quest games. An item that works the same as the repel spell, just without the magic points needed. But if this game does have such item, I haven't seen it yet, not that I can, yeah. Of course, I have yet to really look at what the items do. For all I know, I've had access to that item all this time and just haven't noticed it. Too lazy to look. Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me. Somebody who knows more about, or remembers more about the game, like, dude, you do it. Yeah, never mind. You've had access to the item for how long now? Yeah. Like, what was it? Dragon Quest 4, I think it was. One of the later dungeons. When I played through the game, I was complaining about how you had to go through so much every time you died just to get back to the boss battle. Then somebody watching the video that knew it pointed out in the comments, hey, there is a save point just not that far from there. You didn't have to go through all that every time. Then I go back and look, and sure enough, he was right. Save room just off to the side that I didn't even notice was there. Yeah. All that complaining I did was for nothing. Uh-huh. How typical me. I think it was Dragon Quest 4. I don't remember. That comment was years ago now, shortly after I had posted that video. Ooh, I'm going to have to heal up after this. At least for some of us. Maybe not the entire party, but... Speaking of which, I still say it sucks that we don't have a frickin' multi-heal spell in this game. Yeah. Or there ain't no way, like in Final Fantasy V, the other game I'm currently doing a playthrough of, where after you select the heal spell, hit either left or right on the menu there to go from one specific party member to the entire group with just the, yeah. Here you can't do that, hitting left and right. Yeah. Damn it. Oh well. Oh, goody, we're having another one of these. Is this going to take me... Oh, okay, never mind. I was going to say, is this going to take me irreversibly back to the entrance of the dungeon, making me have to go through the entire thing again, like the last dungeon I played one or two videos ago now? Booth Castle? Yeah. Granted, I got some good upgrades out of that deal, but still, even so, just the idea, you get up to the 3rd floor, then you drop down to floor 1 in an otherwise inaccessible portion of the floor, get that item upgrade, and then go all the way back up to where you were. Yay! Alright. Yeah, I better not. I was thinking of casting another repel spell, but again, save MP for boss battle. Granted, I don't know how useful. I mean, the only attack spell that the main character has is the... Well, it doesn't show up on this since it only shows up in battles, but the only major attack spell he has is fire, and I don't know how useful that's going to be against this next boss, so... All this for just... Really? I have a few things I could say about this, but I'm trying to keep the dialogue here PG rated, so I won't say those words, but yeah. A few bad words here, a couple curse words there. Really, game? Do the letters F-O mean anything to you? All that way just for a stupid... Oh, okay, never mind. It wasn't too far out of the way. I stand corrected. Okay. We are here. Actually, you know what? Hold on. He's not the only one that has a heal spell. All right. Okay. Oops. All right. Oh, get it. All right, let's do this. Yep. We're here. Well, you will try. And for all I know, you may very well succeed, as I don't remember much about this boss battle, but with everybody at level 30 or higher, yeah. Let's see. First thing, see how much damage that does. If it was worth all my worrying about making sure I have enough MP when I get here and not casting repel as much as I would have liked to otherwise. See how much damage fire spells do. Wait a minute, I don't think you can do both, or all three. I think it's just 2 at a time. Okay, never. 92, okay, that ain't... No, you can't do that, okay. Fine. Alright, so 58. Oh, that did a lot. So anywhere between 50 to 100. Now, the second half of the experiment, so to speak. How much damage do we do with just normal physical attack? Not even needing MP at all. Oh, okay. Oh, except for him. And her. Well, for some of us, magic spells don't seem to do much more damage than physical attack does, so just save that MP for healing if we need it. Okay. She being one of the exceptions, her physical attack stunk, unless that was just an unlucky hit. $73, $80, $77, $61. Oh, she can do that too, huh? All right. Well, heal. Actually, wait a minute. Only 44. Of course, that was a level 1 heal, so yeah. All right. By the way, animation's off. Okay. What a concept. Can actually turn off the battle animations. And this is an old Super Nintendo game. So why insert your own vulgarities and obscenities, blank blank, why in the blank 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 curse curse in a game like Final Fantasy VII, wink wink wink, could you not turn off the battle animations like Knights of the Round? Good God, I mean, I freaking love Final Fantasy VII, don't get me wrong, as I've said any number of times before. Easily my second favorite video game of all time. Behind a game who has the word time even in its title, Ocarina of Time. I freaking love Final Fantasy VII. The single solitary one and only reason I even bought a PS1 back in the day, or a Switch 6 years ago now, is for that game and that game alone. No other reason than that. So yeah, I freaking love that game. But that is always that and the abundance of story cutscenes that are unskippable, you know. They just loved their animation so much. They wouldn't even think of letting you skip them. Then you get an older game like this. See, was that so hard? Squaresoft? What a concept. Yeah. So as much as I hate to say it, at least in that regard, skippable cutscenes, and the ability to turn off battle animations. At least in that way, and that way only, this game actually gets a nod up over Final Fantasy VII. And that's the only way I'd ever say that, but still, being fair and honest, yeah, at least you can do that in this game. More than can be said for a certain other instant classic. Yeah. That helped popularize RPGs here in America. Yeah. I mean, try fighting Emerald Weapon underwater, where the main, pretty much every guide I've ever looked at, pretty much everybody I've ever seen play the game, the main attack was Knights of the Round, mimed by everybody who was still alive, and having to set through that animation every single time as you slowly edge away at that 1 million hit points it had, doing anywhere between 70,000 to 100,000 damage with each attack. Yeah, you do the math. That meant that many more times of setting through that animation that you couldn't skip. Middle fingers. Then rewind the clock back a couple years, so to speak, and back from a PS1 game to a Super Nintendo game. Wow. Oh, cool. Okay, I wasn't expecting that so soon, but anyways, yeah. So at least in that one way, this game actually gets a nod up over Final Fantasy VII. You can actually skip the animations. Too bad Squaresoft was so high on the fumes of their animations, they wouldn't even think of letting you skip them. But anyways, and again, don't get me wrong, I love Final Fantasy VII in every other way but that. Easily my second favorite video game of all time. Just that one part of it always pisses me off every time I replay it. Unskippable cutscenes and unskippable battle animations. Anyways, enough about that. Yeah, they're both dead. Now you are about to be too. Okay. I know he's supposed to be some kind of menacing, scary figure, but looks more like a frickin' face in a cloud. What's so scary about this? Yeah, just so scary. Not. I mean, are we really supposed to be afraid of him? That's like the silly Child's Play Chucky series of so-called horror movies. How scary can he be? He's a frickin' doll, stands no higher than knee-high to a fully grown adult. You don't run in tears screaming your ass off, you frickin' drop-kick the frickin' thing to the moon. We have a doll in orbit. How's the weather up there, Chucky? Yeah. I plan to. What gyrocopter? What? Have we ever? I don't think we've been there yet. Okay. Well, copter. Obviously, the name itself implies flying device. Helicopter, gyrocopter. Yeah. Whether it's an airship or a hot air balloon or a flying carpet, or seems like all of these games eventually have some kind of flight, some kind of item that allows you to fly. An aging mystic bird, a dragon, Yeah. Of course, in this case, it's more like the traditional airship of Final Fantasy games, but all right, now, before I go on, well, first of all, actually, we'll go on in the next video. Damn, I've said it before and I'll say it again. The 30 minutes making these videos goes by just so quickly. Doesn't even seem like it's been 20 minutes, let alone 30, but yeah. So, as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.